doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support. You watching the videos, you're sharing them. You know, there's so many people are subscribing right now. We're all connecting to our beautiful, colorful tribe all around the world, and that is truly a blessing to me. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching the videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough to say a line or two, I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are uplifting to you, informative, or just give you good vibes or good inspiration, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and need spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to in the background is called Find Inner Peace, Remove Subconscious Blockages, Heal Your Mind, Body, and Soul. And I will put that on the, in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's universe will place people on your path to give you the answers that you've been looking for. A lot of times, when you're questioning the things that you're going about throughout your daily routines, or there's, you're really trying to find closure to certain things that that needs to be answered in your life. And a lot of times they send you they send you the answers that you need, but a lot of times we're staying focused on something else. So they will bring people in place of your life, and just to be able to answer that. I know my brother from another mother, Miguel, sent me this meme the other day. Well, I think it was like last week, and it was so funny. And if you're watching this, Miguel, I had to give you a shout out for that one. It's like when people are coming your way and they're asking for advice, and you end up telling them something, and then you got to step back like, wait a minute. I answer my own question. And we have a bad habit of doing that sometimes, because it's at times I really feel like we're all in a dark space wondering, when is this ending going to come to a close? We're all in a new chapter, but there are certain things that is like, from what I feel, a lot of us are doing is tying up loose ends. As soon as I said that, a notification popped up. So basically that was my confirmation. Hello. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Okay. And, we're tying up loose ends on a lot of things. They're allowing you to let go of the reins a little bit. A lot of times we try to control things. We're a bad habit of doing that. We're in a human form. You know what I'm saying? We're having, what is it? A spiritual being having a human experience. And sometimes we allow our humanly essence, control stuff a little bit. When you have to allow yourself to guide yourself a certain way. If we stay focused on the unimportant things, a lot of times you'll have the answers. The answers will just be bypassing you when you're not paying attention to them. Because a lot of times we focus on things that are very irrelevant, or whatever. But it's okay to do that, because you're learning from it. When you allow yourself to actually step back and see where you need to correct yourself at, it's fine. As long as you know what you need to know. A lot of times we get frustrated. I was going to post this meme, but I'll probably post it tomorrow. It's like when you ask God for a sign and you get that sign, it's like, wait a minute. Was that the sign, or do I need to wait for another sign? And it's just like, you hear that thunder. It's like, if I got to tell you one more time, God be looking at you like, there are so many times I done seen God in my face and he shakes his head at me. He's like, bye, Roslynn. I'm like, well, wait a minute. We still talking here. No, we're done. Because he will be like, I can't deal with you right now. Even God does shook his head at me and started laughing, because he's just like, oh, Father God. He had to go over his father, just like, you know what, you see what I got to deal with. But hey, we're all a work in progress. But there is a blessing when you really don't find your way, or you're lost in the middle of transition. We are guided and connected with people to give that confirmation or the answers that we truly need. And a lot of times they will place somebody on our path. They're probably dealing with the same kind of situations. And then, we have a bad habit, of us as being empaths. We can sit up here and say, oh, well, this is your problem. And this is where it lies at. And then you need to pay attention to this. And then you're looking at yourself like, self said, You say, what? Self said, okay, you need to do that too. Because sometimes it's hard for us to take our own, own preaching. And a lot of times I said, you know what? You can tell everybody else about their problems, what they need to do. And then when it comes to you, you get stuck. How are you going to get stuck? You are living this life and you can't figure out what you need to be doing. Okay, child, it'll be okay. So I'm just so lucky when I feel like, I'm blessed beyond all measures, being able to connect with people on that deep spiritual connection is so beautiful. We're all going through things. We're all trying to find ourselves out, a way out of that plastic bag, paper bag, whatever, the box, out that closet, whatever. And, sometimes we get lost along the way. All we got to do is just turn a knob half of the time. We'll be looking at, the nuts, the bolts, the connections from the door to to the wall. All we had to do is just touch that knob and just turn the door. And sometimes we make it harder than it is. A lot of times we put mountains out of molehills. We make it bigger than we need to be. And it's like that sometimes. And sometimes we have to have that duh, like, hey, why did I not get that the first time I said it? Don't know. And we could have really got it. It's like, God, dog, I feel, oh, Jesus. And it's just so many different things that's going on in life. And, it's just all these beautiful things are coming to us. I get so many different visions. And it was like, oh, wow, that was crazy. My music just went off. We're going through all these different changes in our life, and I've been getting so many different visions of things. I know I made the video, I forgot what it was. Oh, things are coming sooner than we expected. And next I got visions of autistic children, um and they were getting touched, like like this big ball of light was touching these children. It was like a blessing, like a gift. And I know one, was it Sarah, you had left a comment. I don't know if you're watching this, but she said nobody's never put autism and a positive message in the same sentence. I always feel like when we have children that has Downs, or Down syndrome, or their special needs with different autism. I know there's a lot of autism out there, but I just feel like those are the children that are touched extra. They're very special in God's eyes, and not the special like how some people see special, but it's the ones that are really gifted. And it's just like when I was explaining to her my view on how I see autistic children. I was blessed to be able to see it that way. I've never had to deal with children's in that stature. I give parents, the props beyond props, because I know that has to take a lot, just depending on what kind of autism that they have. And I feel like when it's coming to them, the way we process things, they don't process it the same way, because they're getting like so many things, more than we get, our downloads and upgrades and visions or whatever. They're getting like 1,000 times more. And it's like, if you ever seen any of the, like they show on different videos of like traffic overseas, like in Japan, or Rome and stuff like that, all the where all the cars are going different angles and nobody's hitting anybody, or one's going this way, one's going across, one's going around about, and all that. That's how their thoughts are coming in. And a lot of times when you deal with children that has autism and they get frustrated and they start yelling or kicking and screaming because they really want to communicate with you, but the way their thought process is not coming out the way it needs to come out. They can't articulate what they need to say from what they're thinking. So it's like a lot of different things is coming all at one time, and their brain process is soaking it all in, and they're computing it. But when it's ready to come out, it's like they're like, ugh, I can't say it. I really cannot. And it's just a blessing for them. But it's like whatever is coming, they're being touched. Like I talked to a friend of mine that has two children that are like that, and I was just like, hey, I got a question. Has your children been acting different? Like they're doing things that they usually don't do? And she was like, yeah, how did you know? I said, well, I got a vision the other day that, a lot of whatever's coming, it's like they're keying different levels of spiritual beings. They're clicking that on to let you know, hey, it's coming. But they're starting off with children with these special needs, or, autism, any level or whatever, different ones. I know there's different forms of them. But then it allowed me to understand the the thought process when it comes to children in that way. And it's just like a lot of people feel that as a burden. They feel that is overwhelming. And I mean, like I said before, I never had to deal with that. But I just pray for parents like that, because you have to really have a lot of patience when you deal with them. When it comes to different ones, I don't know, I know there's many different, stages and, kinds and types, but they're actually, they're spiritual beings. Like they're stronger than us, and it's hard to, at times we don't even realize how strong they are and what kind of essence they carry. And a lot of times it's hard to do that. Where I seen one on a movie called Predators, and this little boy, I love him to death because I watched him in a couple of other movies. He was in Before I Wake, and he was that little boy that was adopted. And I mean, he already felt like he a special soul, and it's just the way he played that part. He had me dying, because I mean, that little boy, he watches everything, and these kids were playing checkers, and he's like, no, I wouldn't do that. And he's like, well, look. And I don't know if I don't know if I know they were nicknaming him Asperger's. I don't know if that is like a type of autism. I need to go check that out. But that little boy was smart beyond smart, and I mean, his mom would give him about 4 or 5 books. She said, oh, did you just read one? He's like, no, mom, I read all of them. I'm like, well, damn. They are their thought process is a lot faster than ours. They can probably articulate or even solve different problems quicker than we can. And a lot of people see that as a disability, when actually that's an advantage. If you are really to that, that person that can sit down and listen to what they're really trying to say, they're more spiritually open than a lot of us. We had to go through a lot of these things, but they don't see things the way we do. They visualize things at a deeper level. They get visions and signals from the universe at a rapid speed. And a lot of times when they're trying to tell us what they're trying to say, they get frustrated because they don't know. There are so many different things they're trying to tell you, they don't know which one to say first. So it's just a beautiful blessing. It's like the more people I connect with, the more things that it's like the more people you connect with, the smarter you get. And the smarter you get, the more you're out there wanting to learn. The more you're getting out there to learn, allowing your gift to go to another level. And that's how we're all learning, because a lot of us are just now starting this spiritual awakening. A lot of people are just knowing the depths and the label, even though we don't, excuse me, don't like labels, but what kind of empath we truly are. There's so many different ones, and I would not be surprised if there's some more out there we don't know about that has not even been named yet. But it's like, this world is going on a reset, and they're needing all these empaths, and it's like a lot of them are being switched on to where you're trying to find your way home. You're trying to find out, is there more people like me? Is this normal on how I feel, on what I do? And it's just like, since being on this spiritual awakening, I've seen my fair share of, I know that didn't just happen. I would have those moments, because there's times when I was doing my videos on my laptop. Right now I'm doing it on my phone, because the way I'm doing it is just a lot quicker. I don't have to wait like 3-4 hours for it to upload.
It only takes about 2 or 3 seconds. But, going through that allowed me to really, see the mystical part of being an empath. I've seen where my energy controls the electricity in here. My dad is like, I could be on a live feed, at times when I used to do live videos, and his picture will fly straight off across the room. Matter of fact, I got one of those videos on there from a while back around this time last year. Being able to see light coming from my hands, and I was like, whoa, where did that come from? Or it's like I could be dead on something and my will start flickering and stuff like that, to where there's a lot of things I'm like, wow. Being able to learn and connect on that way has been truly a blessing for me, to be able to learn things at a deeper level. um and just know that I'm here for that moment and keep on going, and being better than I was yesterday, shoot, being better than I was 5 seconds ago. I love learning, being able to learn off of people as they're learning off of me. I love that. I always feel like enlightenment is something, you can know a lot more what you don't know, because I'm allowing myself to be open to that. So it's just allow, when you're looking for the answers, keep your eyes open, because you'll be surprised how it comes to you. A lot of times we stumble on things. I notice that the more our frequency is starting to raise, is opening up more doors for different gifts to be switched on. um and I mean, it's just amazing, because it's just like, when my energy changes and it's like at its highest peak, people be texting me. I'm like, hey, universe told me to tell you such and such and such and such, such and such. And they're like, well, god dog, Roslynn, how did you know? Hey, I don't know how I know. I'm able, it's a blessing when, somebody needs guidance or whatever. And before, I mean, I really had to connect with somebody. Now it's like I don't have to teach myself. It just happens when it happens. And it's beautiful for me to be able to do stuff like that. Because before, like I said, I was raised up, my mom was empath. Um, and it was like going through all those different things. I wasn't able to express myself on a spiritual level, because her husband thought that was, it freaked him out. So he thought that was a mental disability, when actually it wasn't. So I'm just blessed that I can be able to, use that gift to benefit not just me, but so many different people around the world, that I'm truly, blessed to be able to do. If there's more gifts I got laying dormant, hey, I'm here for it. Just, shoot, give me a cue card, let me know it's coming. But, they ain't gonna happen that way. So, allow yourself to know. You get signs so many different ways. You get in through confirmations of, music, towards videos you're looking for. It guides you through, watching my videos. Or you just connecting with somebody that is, deep and spiritual like you, is the same. So, things will come to you when you truly need them to be. So, I'm going to give a post notification shout out to Susan Osborne. Much love to you and your daughter. Thank you. And Philip Kim, much love to you as well. Drop the line, so I can go ahead and give you a post notification shout out. Thumbs up, share, tell somebody about the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And know there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to bring into your reality come sooner than you expected and get more than what you prayed for. And make sure, you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible for everything you do. Give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, and frequency. All three of those things can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love. Peace. Be wild.